I'm here with my car. I just swapped. Here's a second jet head that was on that was test fitting, and I just put this third gen on this block real quick. And I'm test fitting the intake manifold. My buddy Brandon and Charles kind of designed. Let me get some light in here. So here it is in the car. I'm going to test fit the plenum now, see if it fits. But that's it, just the runners right now. So looking good so far. Let's see if it fits. Here it is with the plenum on. And as you can see, it all fits. Looks beautiful. For guys that want this on a street car, you can see that. Try and get this propped up like that there. That the heater core comes out here, so it'd be real close to the throttle body, but I mean, you could get the hoses to work. That's what it looks like inside there. So I went ahead and pulled this off, which is on the car, and I bought this one to test me if anyone wanted to try a center feed for some weird reason. But not sure if you can tell, but it sits up a lot higher. We'll see if it makes it by the firewall. I'm not sure it's going to fit or clear, but we'll see. It's a good little test. But it looks like the volume on this is much larger. Look at that. Look at that compared, because this pump side is like the same, and this tapers down, and this keeps up. So this actually has higher volume by far. So I'm gonna go put that on and see if it fits. Check it out here in a second. So I went and I tried it, and it's just too big. You have the firewall here. This is where the heater core, not the heater core, the blower motor is and stuff, and then the ECU wiring goes here. So it has a little bulge, and this is just too big to fit right in here. It just hits, and then I'm not even sure I would have enough room from there to here, this flange, and then plus I believe the flange, if you look at it, first that space, the flange is tilted back. See that? So by the time you would put this in, then the throttle body would be tipping backwards and be pointing into this firewall. So it's just not even possible with this. So it's got to be a side entrance. But with the side one, it looks good. But here it is. I don't even know if it's dark. You can see this. All right. So yeah, that's done. So now I got to start redoing my intercooler piping and check the rails on it and stuff like that. But it looks like it fits. But that, like I said, this is a third gen. So this is going to my friend Sean in Guyana, and he's going to test it. But my second gen's getting anodized right now. I'll get that back in a couple weeks. This is the first time I'm opening this. I've got my head back from the machine shop, and this is the one that I broke the rod with, and then the piston went up and smacked the head, so I had to have it all repaired. Maybe I got pictures of it or something. I can post, I can put a link, some of the video of it. But it was, this cylinder was just all smashed up, and he had to weld it and then, you know, regrind by hand back in and do it. Here, let me give a good view of it. Turn it here. So, yeah, that's cylinder one that's redone, and these were all, those three were all fine. So we got cylinder one, which is the one that the rod broke. It's got chunks that got pushed in here. The valves are bent a little, and this thing is needs some. It's bad. And then cylinder two, that's just coolant down there. That one little thing, and then you can see the outline of the piston just nicking it. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but I can. You can see it in this little ring. It's got a little ring, little ring, a little ring. Those are all fine. I mean, it's got some little cross debris. But that one's bad. I don't know if that's even fixable or not. I'll have to send it out and see. And this is the one he redid, and it was mangled on both, right here and right here, just smashed in. The valves got all bent and everything. So after this accident, I've decided that it would probably be best if, I see here, yeah, if I build a second head. So I got a core and it's upstairs, and I've been getting parts. So here are the intake valves, right? Yeah. So I always use the Freya Competition Plus valves because they are the lightest valve and strong. If you actually put them on a gram scale, they're lighter than SuperTech and every other competitor. So everyone talks about wanting to lose weight in the valve train with titanium retainers and everything. Well, why not the valves too? And this is all the exhaust valves. Got all from KO Racing. Chris is awesome. You get anything, contact him. Right? Then I also got, I don't even know what's in this stuff. Opening this up. So you guys know how I do my heads, if you're interested. So these are the GSC conical springs. And conical springs, and then the retainers. You can see here. I'll bring it up so you can look. Kind of dark, but yeah. And then the advantage to this is it's a titanium retainer, but the spring is, rather than being straight, it's on a cone or angled up, so the retainer ends up being smaller for less weight. And I got the springs that are 110 pounds at the seat, which like stock is like 35 or 40 pounds at the seat. I used to run Freya dual springs, but that's only 60 pounds at the seat. I had valve flow problems, so then I got the Freya Viton valve seals, set of 16. Got GSC, the exhaust valve guides. Intake should be in here too. Yeah, here. Then the intake valve guides. So got all that. I also got I got new cams. I think there's only one of the cams because the other came before. But I'm doing it full. I get the racing. I ended up working with Chris. Me and Chris went together with Calford and got a cam design. And since I did it with him, he calls it the Bad News 287. Right there. Cam card. And man, I wish I could. I don't have a stock one laying around, but I mean, the size difference is huge. You know, it's like I said, it's 287 duration and 11.75 millimeter lift. So they're big cams. So you know, I got springs, retainers, valves. I got a spare head. I'm gonna have it ported. I'm gonna put aftermarket valve seats in. I always do that now. I just like it more, especially with oversized valves. You know, this one's obviously been ported from before and all that stuff, gasket matched. Then these cams are so big, I don't know if you can see, but like this webbing here, I had to like grind that down for clearance. Then you got a clearance all by the bucket. When it's been, this side's all fine, but on the intake side, this webbing in between each one, you got to grind down because on the second gen it hits with those. So there's that, and I also always use. Anyway, I looked and they must be at my house because I'm at my parents' right now. But I'll show you in this head. So let's see if I can get a decent light. So like right in here, where every head stud goes, there's it's like a little step washer, and I'll go make a video when I get home and add it onto this. But you got to countersink drill them, and then the washer, like, you know, it's normally flat, but then it's got a step down and it goes down into the head. So you counter drill it a little bit and then you got to press them in, and that helps head gasket seal, especially with big power. I was having head gasket problems at like 700 wheel, and then once I added those, it just went away. I haven't had an issue since. But just showing you guys the stuff I use. So yeah, you know, these are the old beehives, which is what this head actually has, beehives. Now with the conical, and not sure if you can see it there. It says conical, but the conical's nice because it actually just drops in. The beehives, I had to modify the head and have a machine to accept this. The conical just fits in, and then also these are 92 pounds at the seat, which are working for me. These they offer two versions, like a 90-pound seat and 110. I just went with the 110 to be safe because I don't know, I might start revving higher. I'm going to test out the stock fuel pump. I mean, I've gone to 97 is my rev limiter right now, but I normally shift at 95, 100 RPM. But if I start going, you know, I'll start trying 10, and I'm going to start monitoring oil pressure and all that a lot more. So just go real slowly up and see if everything is going good. But yeah, and then obviously I do the shimless buckets, the 1ZZ. I got some here. Oops. Here's some. You know, put those in when you lash it. So we'll see. It's going good. I gotta get some time to start putting it in. I'm gonna talk to the wife about. She's off school right now because she's been in school. I want to get in this week and start trying to get at my carbon fiber doors and start getting this glass in and stuff like that. So we'll see, but I'll report to you soon. So one thing, this is awesome to me because, you know, it's kind of my name. I'm not sure if you can see. Let's see if I can get it to. It actually says Bad News on it right there. Bad News 287. That's cool. Huh, I like that. It's etched on there. I wanted to show you the head stud washers that really help out with head gasket stuff. And I found the box. I'm at my house now from Fox. So just do this real quick. Show you what I'm talking about with this. Well, here they are. They're just step washers. They're done in a lot of aluminum heads for domestics that have problems. But just to show you here, not sure if you can see. Let me grab the camera here. So it's like that. Like I said, you countersink that, and it pushes into the head like this. And then you can put the nut right on there, or you can run the washer for ARP. But yeah, you just put these in all the head stud spots, and what it's doing is back here. So essentially, what it's doing is it's helping the aluminum when the washer comes down and pushes. The aluminum likes to compress in and like pinch on the stud. Well, by having this go down, it can't do that, and it locks it in, because when the aluminum starts bending in, you essentially lose the torque, and that's what makes your head gasket go because essentially it's like lifting the head or whatever. You just lose all the torque you have on it. So by putting this in, it resolves that situation. So it's a nice little easy fix.